Dang, hobo. I was gonna leave this up for a bit. But thanks for the 10 gifted memberships. Okay, can't leave it up if we've got 10 gifted memberships. Oh my god, Whiskey is like meowing in the background. You can't hear him. He's so quiet. Okay. I know lots of you have questions. They're not going to be answered for the next 30 minutes. I got my gotcha little grocery box, so we're going to unbox my lunch box thing, you know? Anyways, the explanation comes in like 30 minutes. We have the yapping session first, okay? I got my gotcha groceries. For those of you that don't know, I get a box of rejected produce once a week. Either it was rejected by the grocery stores for being freakish size and shape, or there was too much of it made, so they're not putting it in the groceries. So, I get this box for like 20 bucks Canadian, and this week I have 3 russet potatoes, 2 avocados, 3 sweet potatoes that are freakishly sized, a very tiny gourd. It's a tiny yellow gourd that has, like, orange stripes. I don't know what type of gourd this is. Tiny gourd. Okay. Some very small apples. Some very small pears, 2 more freakishly small gourds, some small red onions, 2 bell peppers, 2 red bell peppers that are tiny. Is this miniature week? The russet potatoes are normal size. And then I have a bag that's a paper bag with a ripped sticker that says hot peppers. I got 3 jalapenos! Nice, okay, so it looks like this week I get to have sweet potato fries all week. And have regular pudding. I'm gonna put this away. There we go. Anyways. Tree pregnancy? Yes, tree pregnant. That's the explanation this week. Tree pregnant.
I do kind of feel sorry for Bricky.
I don't. He asked me to do this. Why do you feel bad for Bricky? He literally, he approached me and said, hey, girldm, can you teach me about toxic yaoi? And I was like, oh, sorry, Bricky, I don't go here. I can teach you about tree pregnant, though. And he was like, sure, that sounds great. Let's do that. He's getting exactly what he asked for. Bricky asked me this, okay? The Rebecca's Chinese menu is horrible to read, gods. Ooh. Oh, yes. Did y'all star Neo's pictures? That's another thing we need to catch up on. Oh, there they are. Okay. All right, for those of you that don't know, before we get caught up on terrorizing Bricky, I have to terrorize you first. All right, there is a restaurant that is called Rebecca's Chinese. It's painted bright pink. The logo for it's a bit emoji logo. If you're on like TikTok and shorts, it's the gravy that she makes is semi-affectionately referred to as crude oil because it looks like oil, like crude oil. So, it turns out one member of the community who has made us aware that they are able to get to that location, went to Rebecca's and had some of the worst. Oh, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. I'm gonna show you. You have no idea, okay? So, they have a very charming, claw machine so that you can win more food. He even got sick last night. Neo got food poisoning for our sake. Here are the Rebecca's gnomes. God, the floor of this place looks like a... Oh, this is horrible. Here's the Nui. Neo got an outfit for the girldm Nui specifically for going to Rebecca's. Not need to be protected from the weather and everything, you know, with the little tiny hat and the little overalls. With the here's the Nui with the lucky cat. That's at Rebecca's. So this is a Chinese takeaway. You can't even sit down here. And Neo did win a can of juice. And I am going to read for you right now the review that Neo has left regarding Rebecca's Chinese. A succulent Chinese meal, indeed. Food poisoning on the go. Yeah, Neo got sick last night, too. Amazing. Rebecca's Chinese. Building was as pink as expected. The floor, a messy, dirty rainbow smeared across. Foyer was empty. The place only opened maybe an hour or two. I'm the lone customer, quote unquote. The door doesn't like to close on its own. Floor was mildly sticky as I walked to the counter. At least it didn't smell funny. The lady that was there was not Rebecca. Blunt to the point and left me to my own devices until I was ready. The menu. Taped below the counter in multiple sheets. Its layout annoying to read, with the specials written on scraps of paper taped to the wall behind the counter. Many of the options inconspicuous, fairly normal for Scotland, others not that normal for a Chinese place at least. Was low on time, so opted for the Becca ball and some custard dumplings. The lady recommended the hot chili sauce. The shredded chicken and rice was acceptable. The outer skin of the quote-unquote Becca ball was half crispy cardboard and half soggy cardboard with a hint of pepper. The custard dumpling was surprisingly not terrible. And the sauce was kind of nasty, actually. Mildly spicy, but mostly blah. After placing my order, I was given 2 tokens, one for each item. Placing the tokens in the machine, its speaker suddenly blares to life. Tune unrecognizable. Make my moves and secure a prize on the first try, a free can of juice. Didn't have any of my first choice, so I opted for Fanta Lemon. Juice means, soda. Not so lucky the second try, I was attempting to get the Nui into the picture. She was controlling the crane and ran out of time and missed. 25 minutes later... 25 minutes?! It took 25 minutes for your takeout order? For a Chinese place. The place had been open for like at least 2 hours prior to you getting there. 1 to 2 hours, right? Not outside my realm of expectation. Side shot, go to better Chinese restaurants. You need to go inside, see if there's like a child doing their homework that when you walk in goes to the register. That's no Chinese place, no. Bad Chinese food that gives you food poisoning takes time, you know? Oh my god. Anyways, 25 minutes later, my food is ready. I'm running out of time for the day. Another good job to get to. I scarf as much as I could in the next 5 to 10 minutes before heading off. Put my next job into Google Maps. Not far from home. 2 hours. Why is it twice as long as the journey here? Nui stuffed in the backpack for protection before I need to load the car with materials for the next job. Rest of the food is stuffed back in the container. Unappetizing. I set off and wait to see if I come down with food poisoning. I did not. All in all, quarter tank of petrol. 3.5 to 4 hours. All for 11 pounds and 50 for the worst Chinese food I've ever had. Let me show you the pictures of the menu, all right? This is the menu that's below the counter. That's not a great sign. No wonder you were just like, screw it, Becca Ball. What do you recommend? Custard dumplings? Okay. These prices, they have mozzarella sticks. They do. Forgot to take a picture of the scraps of paper they taped to the wall behind the counter with the specials. That is absolutely amazing. It's even more expensive than the place I regularly go to. You know what? There. Did I miss the lecture?
Did I miss the lecture?
You have not. You have not. We have T-minus 18 minutes before the lecture begins. Neo, I have made you VIP. For... See, I signed Neo this quest in the hopes that Neo would do the quest, but also not being like, you know what, not actually obligated to go do the quest. But Neo went and did the quest and suffered through eating this. You know what happened? I saw videos on TikTok and I was like, oh wait, Neo's in that area. Neo, go suffer. No, Kira, VIP on Discord has too many specific perms. Neo gets VIP on Twitch. It was a difficult side quest. I wouldn't say it's like Keys to the Kingdom side quest. This is the respect. No, Kira. I've come for the Tree Pregnant. Tree Pregnant will be explaining in 15 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm impressed and perturbed by the attendance today from the number of people that are excited to learn about Tree Pregnant. Which makes me think, maybe I should just terrorize y'all with more presentations. Because I made a 29 slide presentation. Okay? I made a 29 slide presentation for Bricky. Now, the main thing is, so I went hard on this, okay? Because if I'm just gonna be recounting a story really quickly to my own stream, then I don't feel like visuals are all that important. But if there's going to be a captive audience, I feel like in order to maintain attention and in order for people to follow along what's going on, I think a PowerPoint presentation is the best way. Emphasis on captive. Bricky, for some reason, thinks I'm talking about yaoi, even though I told him it's not yaoi. In my defense, tis a collab with the Brick, and I saw the word pregnant, so I said, why not? It's Saturday.
Great PowerPoint.
Is this like furries, but with trees? No, you'll find out what Tree Pregnant is. It is a high quality, in quotation marks, high quality, summary of a romance series webtoon that I read. Is it Yuri? So the presentation is going to start in 14 minutes, or whenever Bricky decides that he's going to message me and be like, I'm ready to be traumatized. Actually, I feel like my Malzahar and any lame gameplay is going to be more traumatizing than Tree Pregnant. But the main thing is that I feel like there's like a Venn diagram of like tropes and story overlap and such. Because, for the most part, a lot of the romance series and things that get picked up for like animes and such are fairly benign. I feel. You know? Like, we have Fruits Basket. We have, like, Wotakoi. We have, like, the one with the girl that's, deaf. Right? So, they're all pretty... They're all pretty normal, right? Love is War. Why do I have a feeling it involves Dryad? Oh, there's no Dryad present. That's what makes this even more intriguing. There are no Dryads in Tree Pregnant. Koi no Katachi? No, not a silent voice. The one with the guy that speaks German. Me? No. Are you romancing a girl in Japan who's deaf? Signs of affection. Yes, yeah, signs of affection. That one, you have, like, signs of affection. You have, like... But for the most part, the stuff that gets into, like, the more visible sphere of things that people know the stories, and then you have the ones that are a little bit, like... a little bit offbeat, that everyone just shakes their head, but then when you go through and you actually read through and see, like, what tropes are present, you're like, this is actually really straightforward. So, like, for example... 50 Shades of Grey. If you read through it, I don't think a lot of you have. I haven't. I've read like synopses and summaries and stuff because the main thing I read went through and I was just like, oh, this is this is a little too toxic. This is toxic guy and idiot girl. I don't like that. I don't like that formula. But that's still pretty straightforward. All right. The girl gets into specific route of expressing affections, right? So, but that, even then, that's still fairly straightforward. But then, since, like, at least in the anime sphere and, like, the story sphere and stuff, we have a whole bunch of wild tropes that happen with things, but we all know about them because a lot of the audience tends to be, like, it tends to be more, like, male-centric sorts of stuff. So, like, weird harem situations and, like, you know? Stuff that sounds weird, but then you're just like, oh, okay, that's just how the story goes with stuff like stands and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure kind of stuff and toothbrushing and, like, those are present enough in a bunch of series that you see them and you just kind of shake your head and roll your eyes. The objective of this presentation is just to demonstrate that the romance series, comics and such that you might not be aware exist, because it's not really, like, if you don't go here, you don't know what's there, right? Yeah. This is an informational session, just for you to know how ridiculous some of the stuff goes, all right? You cannot just throw toothbrushing in there. Have a good stream. Thank you. Romance is weird. There's some weird stuff in romance. Especially when... I'll go over this in the presentation, but this is in a specific romance webtoon niche. All right? It's in a specific, like, trope niche, genre niche, where you have a whole bunch of stories that are extremely similar. And the creators of the stories are trying to diversify. You know? You are way more excited for this presentation than anticipated. No, I have a bunch of people here that don't know what I'm talking about, and so I'm just trying to be like, okay, setting expectations. This is not... This series is, like, rated PG-13, all right? There is nothing in it that they have to diversify for the story to be weird.
Almost time
because
for the tree presentation.
you can't go into, like, the smut territory. It's not smut. You know? So that's what it's going to be, the explanation. You see? Damn, I have a pun for you? Okay. What do you get when you have an angry sheep and an angry cow? A bad mood. I already got you, fake boy. I saw that earlier. I saw it earlier. I caught it. I'm psychic. I know you're on TikTok, fake boy. I am too. Are you gonna play Reanimal coming out next Friday? Yes. More like early 2000s crack ship fic? Yes! Yes! Is that why we're getting so many esoteric isekai series? You need to diversify without going into smut? So, a lot of the series that are really esoteric isekai, that are not coming out of Japan, a lot of those countries that those are coming out of have very strict rules on what is allowed to be, like, released in a more public setting. So, if you want to have a series and have it be able to, like, go big and have more, like, a wider chance of getting a larger audience, you need to make sure that whatever you are making is going to be approachable and not have too many spicy things happening, right? Because if too many spicy things happen, you get bonked by your government because they're like, you can't have stuff like that. So what you do is you try to change up the story a bit. Any upcoming games you're excited about? I'm gonna play Yap Yap next week. I've been excited about that one. Will there be a Q&A at the end of your presentation? If there is time, yes, we will have a Q&A. Let me just get presentation display options. Presenter view, yes, very important. There we go. Perfect. Okay, where should I put? I could put this. I'm not gonna be able to see my mouse too easily if I put that here. Is this a long presentation? We have slotted approximately 1 hour for the presentation. The VOD will be up on YouTube. I have a separate stream that's currently going, separated from the League of Legends. So for those of you that have a fatal allergy to League of Legends and hold anyone who participates in League of Legends in a state of contempt, you'll be happy to know. You'll be able to excuse yourself before you start crashing out on Twitter. Unless you want to crash out on Twitter. I'm not your mom. You can do whatever you want. Enough people hate on League. League players hate League, so... Man, all these conditions. For those of you that want to stick around for the League of Legends, I'll have you know I only play Malzahar, unless he gets banned, and then I have other options, but I only play Malzahar. Top lane, Malzahar. Support, Malzahar. Jungle, Malzahar. No, actually, I'll jungle Warwick, because Malzahar is too slow. You know? No one hates League as much as League players. Amen to that. Oh yeah, Pragmata. Pragmata I'm very excited about. I played the demo at TwitchCon, and it was my favorite of all the demos that I got to play. B-skin too, right? I do have B-Zahar. I have all but one Malzahar skin. Malzahar with a proto belt slaps this season. Yeah, but the problem with the proto belt is that I have to remember to hit the button. You think I remember to do that? No. I play Malzahar for two specific reasons. One, he is a single dad doing his best to support the best life possible for his horrendous void children. And two, I don't have to last hit. I don't want to last hit. God help the poor soul that's up against me in lane. I will give them the most boring lane possible. Because inevitably, at my MMR, patience is not a virtue. that most players possess, and they see the Malzahar underneath the turret, and they go, ooh, that's gonna be for me. And then I'm like, I'm level 6. What did you think would happen? Oh, hello. Hi, everybody. Thanks for the raid. Are you excited to learn about tree pregnant? I hope you had, ooh, you were playing Darkest Dungeon. And hello, vollkommen harmlos. What? Tree pregnant. We are 3 minutes away from having a call with Bricky, and I'm gonna explain to Bricky, tree pregnant. I've heard some opening lines when joining a stream, but that truly is one of them. Hi, I'm girldm, green-haired cat girl villainous from Canada. Bricky asked me to explain to him tree pregnant, so I'm going to be explaining tree pregnant to him today. I have made a slideshow. Oh yeah, Mugenics is coming out. Love your model? Thank you. I'm evil. DM wins the game by making one dude quit the game out of boredom. Oh, if the enemy team is gonna start keyboard warrioring, I'm gonna type right back, okay? I'm not one of those cowards that, well, not cowards. I'm not one of those people that is a good, true sportsman and trying to pursue improvement in the game. If the enemy team is gonna start insulting my mother, I'm gonna keep goading them on, because the funniest thing that can happen is them getting banned. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is this presentation for the future of humanity? 9,000. If they're typing, they aren't playing, right? Oh yeah. Hey, if you can convince one person on the enemy team to start throwing because they're mad enough, you win.
Tree perganenti.
Will League be villainous or gremlin mode? League will not be gremlin mode. Maybe. Maybe. Actually, it would be kind of funny if it was gremlin mode, because Heavenly Father is one of the people playing League in the group, and I don't think he's heard me go gremlin mode before. Low Elo League is mostly about making people mad, not gameplay. Yup. How do you play League and not swear? Well, if I'm streaming it, which I rarely do, then I'm very just careful with my words and I have to redirect what I say. If I'm not, then... Is it time? It is! It is!
We're gonna try to make an Iron Warriors list. Any tips?
Oh my god. Mute him. Okay. Bricky just messaged me asking if it was time. Hello, sorry, my Discord takes a minute to connect.
That is more than fine. We have arrived.
We have arrived.
For today is the fated day.
It is.
Do you mind sending me your slideshow, please?
I will.
Or will you be screen sharing?
I'm going to screen share it to you.
Okay.
So that everybody can see.
Cool. All right, love. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Let me I'm gonna need to pop this out. Give me a moment. Me when I'm pregnant. I'm gonna pop this out here. Okay.
I would like to make one correction. I did explain when you asked me during the subathon. This is not yaoi. You asked about toxic yaoi. I don't go here for toxic yaoi. I like gaze and happy, fluffy relationships. So this is going to be a look into something worse.
Okay, so this is not yaoi.
This is not yaoi. This is tree pregnant.
Okay, is that its own demographic, or is that like, as in like this is just it ascends the concept?
All will be explained in my 29 slide presentation.
Okay. This is very, very good. And would you like to explain to our lovely illustrious viewers what in return I am providing you for the future?
Oh, Bricky's gonna play Noita with me.
For the first time.
Yeah, so there is a mod. So for those of you that's like, what do you mean? Noita is a single player game for the most part. There is a mod that is called Entangled Worlds, which allows you to have seamless co-op between up to 40 players. It's just going to be me and Bricky this time. I do want to do a battle royale eventually where we have 40 people and give them nuke wands. However, Bricky has agreed to play Noita with me.
I have agreed to play Noita. I have been told Noita is a very interesting and enjoyable experience. So enjoyable is a phrase, but
it's a very straightforward. So pretty much Noita, the concept of the game is straightforward. You are a witch, you have magic wands, and you are spelunking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't this the game that this might be my chat's question? Isn't this the game that made Germa go into $500 trillion of debt?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
I'm not sure, but I think this is the meme that originally started the debt.
Is it?
It appears this might be the case. Okay. All right.
Okay, I sent you the stream together link so I can see what your chat is saying as they scream in horror during this presentation.
Oh, thank you for that. Yes. Okay, let me go ahead and get that rolling. Okay. Join the session. I have to keep this open.
Yes.
Block my audio.
Perfect.
Join the call.
There we
Microphone
go.
access denied. There we go. There. Okay, you're killing my chat.
Yeah. I want to make sure that everybody is able to have comments and present and such. You have the slideshow up on your screen?
I do now. My monitor capture is on. All right.
All right.
A tree pregnant, a look into romance manhwa? Manhwa.
Yes.
Okay. Please. After you.
Okay. All right. So, tree pregnant. This is not Omegaverse.
Okay. This is a good start.
Okay. There's pregnancy involved. Doesn't follow Omegaverse rules. Omegaverse has very specific rules involving alphas and betas and omegas and hormone suppressants and various other things. And that has male pregnancy, but this is tree pregnant. It's not man pregnant. This is tree pregnant, okay?
Okay, so do we just throw... I'm assuming you mentioned this so I don't get confused.
Yes, this is explanation. This is for your community. Why are you here? First of all, I'm girldm. I'm a villainous VTuber. I read a ton of terrible romance stuff and some good ones. I'll tell you some good ones at the end, but not right now. The Brickster here asked me to explain toxic yaoi. I don't go here. I like I like my gays happy. If you want to go read Green Yuri and have a smile on your face the entire time as you're kicking your feet, okay? I don't read that, so instead you get tree pregnant.
So can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Regarding this? So I maybe some of the chat might be able to agree with this or whatever the case is. So I have been told that, because you said you are not into toxic yaoi, you like the happiness, you like the good times.
Yes.
Are you a Heated Rivalry fan?
Okay, my taxes did pay for Heated Rivalry. It is a Canadian production. My taxes did pay for it. I know about it. I'm aware on the things with it.
Okay.
It's very mainstream introduction to the gays for the girls.
This is fantastic. Thank you so much for saying this. So my sister is so obsessed with the show, absolutely insanely obsessed with the show, and yet I have to admit, I've always seen her as like, God, I sure do love my men kissing type stories and stuff like that, and it seems like it's a very Fujo exciting, yes, that kind of thing.
Okay, so it originated as a Captain America Bucky Barnes fanfic. That's why one of the guys is Russian.
Really?
Yes.
That's hysterical.
So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the main thing is that so one of my friends has read the first volume because it started off as a novel. The novel's writing style of it is very toxic yaoi Tumblr fanfic style.
Okay, so a little shades of gray type thing?
Not even that. It's just it doesn't have as much nuance as a lot of the other stuff that you can find if you're gonna go into like toxic yaoi situation. It has like baby's first power dynamics for some stuff, but for the most part, it does have like fairly straightforward story beats to it and fairly straightforward expectations on things.
Okay. So my second question is it true that there is a common theme for lesbian relationships to end in horrible tragedy?
Yes.
Fascinating. Okay.
Same with the toxic
because
yaoi. Like a lot of the toxic yaoi ends with like somebody dying.
Okay, this is really interesting to me because like I had not been told that until very recently where two particular things came up. A, Andor, in which something like that happens, and B, the hit film, not hit film, Swedish film called Aniara, which is about a ship that has gone off course, like a spaceship, and people living like dealing with that, and it's same type of thing. And so I have just recently been told that is a common thing,
Yes.
which would again state that this is not your jam, as that is sad, horrible.
That's sad. Okay, so there's a trope specifically that I might, since I don't go here that often, I might be misusing the trope for. There's a trope that's called kill your gays.
Okay.
Because this
Instead of
happens
your
so
darlings.
often. Like,
Okay.
it's like tragic, sad end, somebody dies, the lesbians have something horrible that happened. Bury your gays, that's it. Bury your gays. Thank you for the correction. Mine have a lot of killing involved. The ones I have, I like the really toxic hetero ones. We'll get into that a bit. Bury.
Gotcha.
Bury your gays.
Okay.
So like you have something like super sad that happens and one of them dies usually.
Okay. I ask these things because like I hear that they are very much perpetrated things in media, and
Yes.
so I'm just getting a foundation for this stuff. Okay, you may continue. My questions are over. You may continue with your slideshow.
Okay, so since I don't go here, I don't really participate with the bury your gays trope because I like them happy. Now, what I want to have with, because you might be like, but damn, it says on the screen here, you're a villainess. What is this? No, I want my heteros to be unhappy. I want my heteros to suffer. I want the men battered, beaten, bloodied, and bruised, okay? I like it when the girl wants to kill herself, all right? That's what I like.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anyways, continuing onwards. So, what is manhwa?
We want drama. We want drama.
Exactly.
We want straight drama.
I want straight drama because there are too many, me, as a straight woman, appreciator of men, there's a lot of really happy media and like a lot of happy support in real life for couples that are straight, right? But there's so much like strife and adversity when it comes to the real world when you have like non-straight relations, right? So in my fiction, I want them to be happy because that's the least that I can do, right? Now, if I'm going to be reading and there's already a ton of like happy people IRL, why do they need to be happy in my media? They don't.
I'm seeing where you're getting at here. You were losing me in the beginning, but I'm glad that we turned
there's
around.
a logic
All
train.
right.
There's a logic train for this. I like my fictional men in pain.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anyways, manhwa is the Korean word for comics. I'm using it here to denote that this is a series that was made, but like illustrated and published to a Korean audience first before it was translated to English. That's generally how I view, like, there's manga, which is generally from produced for a Japanese audience, manhwa, which is the Korean one, and then manhwa, which is the Chinese one. There's a bunch of them.
Okay.
So means comics. I clarify it. There are some tropes that are specific cultural related ones that this can help like clarify once you're like wise up on the tropes, what kinds of things to expect.
Okay. All right.
Yep. What's romance? Now, this might be a difficult topic for a lot of people in the audience.
Okay. I was waiting for the shoe to drop.
Yes.
With that one.
So when two people have doki doki feelings, so that's Japanese for like your heart beating fast. There's a whole bunch. They interact with each other. There's shenanigans, adventures, suicide attempts, murder, etc. Sometimes they're kissing. We're not going into smut. That'll be a different slideshow. If Bricky wants me to explain smut, I can, but we're not doing that today. We're on Tree Pregnant. Tree Pregnant is not smut. It is PG-13 because publishers have strict rules, especially for manhwa and the Chinese manhwas.
Now, can I ask a follow-up question?
Sure.
You say what's romance and then state things like suicide attempts and murder. I'm assuming you're referring to a subgenre of romance in manhwa that has these things?
No.
So you are just referring, so when you girl DM, the villainess,
Yes.
define romance,
Yes.
you refer to it as interacting with each other, shenanigans, suicide attempts, and murder.
Yes.
Good to know. You may continue.
Okay. All right. So, fantasy romance manhwa. This is the category that Tree Pregnant is under. There are a bunch of genres. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet, murder, suicide. Is that not romantic? Two 14-year-olds that know each other for a week?
Would not define it as romantic. I would say it's not mutually exclusive, nor is it the only identifying adjective. However, we can move past this for the sake of time.
Titanic.
Yes, it was.
Anyway, so the first one is a word that is going to be familiar. We're going to start with familiar and then start moving it a little less familiar. Is isekai. Bricky, do you know what isekai is?
Is that where you're put in a fantasy world from another world?
Correct. Characters are transported from our world to another one. They're still in their own bodies. They are as they were from their world. Sometimes they get superpowers because of rules of the universe.
Okay.
Very good. All right, the next one's reincarnation isekai. Do you know what this means?
I'm assuming you die and then are isekai'd after that?
Yes. However, there are subsections of this one. So the reincarnation isekai specifically that's in fantasy romance that's popular currently is that the main character dies in our world. And then she wakes up and she is midway through the story of a series that she's read as one of the characters.
So this would be something like the character really loves this romance novel. They get hit by a bus and die, and they are reincarnated in a world in which that romance novel exists.
They are in that so they'll be reincarnated as a character in that one. So the icon I have here is called Villains Are Destined to Die. The girl dies in her world, or believes she passes out and she wakes up and she realizes that she is 3 months before the main story starts and she is the villainous character that dies horribly in almost every route.
That's kind of a sick concept.
It's really cool. I like it a lot. That's like my favorite ones. One of my favorite ones. A lot of them have this trope that the character wakes. Like, imagine, Bricky, you're walking and you get hit by a truck and you wake up and you're in Warhammer 40k world and you're one of the characters.
I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
That is the same mentality, though, because most of these ones know that a lot of the fantasy romance stuff is really, really camp and has characters that just exist to get killed off. So they're trying to survive. One of the ones I really like, she realizes she is the murder victim that starts off the story for the two main characters to fall in love because they're investigating her murder.
Oh.
So she's like, I need to not get murdered because I don't want to die, but I also don't want to mess with the plot too much because so many people will die if I don't.
That's a fascinating. Okay. That actually is really interesting. All right.
Mm-hmm. I like that trope a lot. So then there's regression.
Ooh, I don't know. Failure of like a marriage or something like that, or like going back before something bad happens?
Yes.
Same
the
world?
Second one. Yes, same world. So this one, if the main character dies, time resets to like a checkpoint essentially. So it's kind of like ReZero.
So Groundhog Day or
yeah, like Groundhog Day. It's kind of like ReZero. For some of them, they tend to be, so the one that I have the icon here, she lives through like 9 lifetimes, and then she's on like the 10th one, and she's pretty much given up because she's gotten exiled from her family, she's been executed, she's watched her husband die in front of her. She's watched her child die in front of her. She's starved to death, and she retains all of this knowledge and all of this information every time that she goes back.
Okay. So it's Groundhog Day-ish, but with a little bit more mental trauma.
Yeah, more mental trauma and often more time in between. It's not one day; it's like lifetimes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So there's another one that the girl is it's a combination of reincarnation, isekai, and regression, where she's the villainous character. And every time she realizes the plot is going to go off, like, because the heroine needs to live to the end of the story, but the heroine is not good at living. And so she's trying to live as the villainess and also keep the heroine alive. So every time the heroine dies, she kills herself. So she can reset the storyline. And some things happen where her romance interest, his life becomes tied to hers, and he realizes that she keeps killing herself.
Okay. Sure. Sounds good.
Yeah, really tragic. Really
Yes.
like it's great. And then there's normal.
Right.
Nobody dies, resets. No one's from another world. It's just romance. It's just straightforward.
Right. Except this is your romance, which involves murder and etc.
Well, okay, the normal ones, they're like nobody dies and resets. People do die. People are killed.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure. It's a love story. Yes. Okay.
It's a love
Slice
story.
of life type stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's,
All right.
it's normal. All right. And then so we have these genres, these general tropes that we've had, and what happens is that these become popular, right, Bricky?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
So now the bookshelves and the releases every week, chapters are coming out, and they all fit in the same box: isekai, reincarnation isekai, regression, normal romance. What do you do to diversify so that people pay attention to your series and have a hook?
You combine all of them?
Tree pregnant.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's not an image of a tree.
It's not. None of
Is
these
tree
people here are the tree. The tree is
Oh,
an
so there
actual
is
tree.
the tree
There's an
still
actual
there.
tree. There's a real tree. The tree in the tree
okay.
pregnant is a normal tree. Well, it's not a normal tree.
Gotcha.
I'll explain.
No, clearly not, but okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
The green-haired girl's not the tree. No, she's not a dryad.
The green-haired
That's
girl's
just a
not the
woman.
tree.
That's
Okay.
just a lady. Okay.
Okay.
She's a
That
holy
is just a
maiden. She's
woman.
got holy powers. This will come into play later. She's just a lady.
It doesn't seem like there's gonna be much holy about this, or there's gonna be a lot holy about this.
And so I don't get in trouble. I read this series on an app that's called Manta. That is a legal publication of this. Okay, just so that Manta, if you're seeing this, this is educational purposes. I am not breaking any copyright things or anything, and I'm not sharing enough of it for people to actually read through the chapters. Okay.
Yes. Okay, the famously litigious. Yes. Okay.
This is fair use. Okay.
This is some
This
fair
is
use.
fair
All right.
use. It's educational. All right. The actual name of Tree Pregnant is I've Become a True Villainess.
Why the fuck is it called Tree Pregnant?
That is my affectionate title for it.
Oh, this is not actually what it is.
No, it's not actually called Tree Pregnant. It is my own title for it, but it has become my marker for series that start going down a narrative and you go, okay, Tree Pregnant.
So what you're okay? So this is a colloquialism.
Yes.
A moniker of a particular kind of, I assume, strange story.
Yes.
I actually thought this was called Tree Pregnant. I genuinely thought this was called Tree Pregnant.
I think it would sell better if it was called Tree Pregnant.
Okay, so I've become a true villainess. Okay,
Yes.
so all right. Synopsis.
Yes.
Should I read this?
Yeah, go ahead.
or-
Yeah, read it.
Okay,
You haven't had a chance to talk too much because I've been talking. It's a presentation.
That's his presentation. Okay.
Yes.
I have to survive no matter what. I've died and been reincarnated as the villain of a romance novel. In order to avoid the hideous fate that awaits me, I've righted her wrongs and even gotten engaged. I should be home free, but strange things have started happening ever since the heroine appeared. Why won't her fiance leave me alone? Okay, so she's the villain.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm rolling back a little bit
Yes.
because we've so is this a regular isekai or is this a reincarnation isekai? Sorry, it says reincarnated. I was closing my
Yes,
eyes, so
yeah.
yes. So it's a reincarnation isekai.
Yes.
But she is the villainess. You know what? I'm sure you'll explain this.
Yeah.
Please, next slide.
Yeah.
Next slide.
Yeah. So our main cast we have to pay attention to. There's only 4 characters, all right? We have our villainess. Her name is Saria. She read a trashy novel, woke up, she's the villainous character. decides, so there's this trope when it comes into fantasy stuff. You have a male lead and you have a secondary lead, okay? The secondary lead is practically perfect in every way, but screw that guy. We're gonna go for the toxic option who probably isn't the best choice, but that's our male lead and we're gonna romance that jerk, okay?
That is exactly the same thing that happens in Western media, so we're chill there.
Yep. So she decides she's gonna go after the secondary male lead, so there's not gonna be any competition with her and the heroine. She's like, heroine, have your main lead. I'm gonna take backup boy. No problems.
Okay.
Here we have backup boy. His name's Callus. He's a wet piece of cardboard, blonde hair. Gets engaged with Saria, cheats on her almost immediately with the female lead, and almost makes Saria explode. He also has holy power.
Sorry, you say explode. I see there's a parentheses that say literally.
Yes. We'll get there, don't worry.
Why? We'll get there?
We'll get there, don't worry.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm assuming that's something to do with the holy power. Okay, cool. So she read the trashy novel. You say she woke up. Did she die or did she just wake up?
It kind of just like blacks out essentially.
Okay, so suspension of disbelief, just let it go. We'll explain that.
She dies.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So cool. So she decides to go to the secondary male lead.
Yes.
Despite the first male lead being the best.
First male lead she's the villainess. In the story.
Oh, right, she's the villainess.
She's the villainess, so she's the one that's she's like destined for death if she decides to go for the primary male lead, right? Male lead he is Prince Charming. He has to end up with his princess, the heroine.
Right. Okay, so she is making, so just to roll this back.
Yes.
Saria is not the villainous. So, okay. So in the trashy romance novel.
Yes.
Does the villainess go with the main lead?
She tries to, and she gets killed by him.
Okay, so because of that, since she's been reincarnated, she's aware that she goes up to the secondary, but the secondary guy is a wet piece of cardboard who immediately cheats on her.
Yes.
Okay, all right, we're here. All right, we're good. Callus.
Which Saria, of course, is like, this is not how the story is supposed to go.
Because she doesn't want to die.
Yeah, so she's like, I chose the safe option because the heroine shouldn't care about this guy. And shouldn't want to associate with him. But Callus starts associating with her. So the plot is going off.
All right.
From what it's supposed to be in this novel. So here are the rest of our cast. So then we have, I left these images behind with the crappy low-res ones. Okay, well, here's our male lead. His name is Roosh Burke. What a name.
Whew, that's straight out of a Star Wars fan fiction.
Roosh Burke.
Okay. Roosh Burke.
Roosh Burke, yes.
Okay. Okay.
He's the original guy. White hair, red eyes. Cold to everyone very except for his love, Lena.
Right. Strong knight. He's a knight. He's a duke. Yep. He's got power.
Has holy power.
So cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Good to know.
And then we have Lena, our heroine.
Okay. She's also isekai?
So the novel has Lena as an isekai girl. The novel itself is an isekai. However, it's not true isekai for Lena because this is how she is written.
So Tree Pregnant asterisk is a reincarnation isekai, and the book read in said reincarnation isekai is a standard traditional isekai.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Yes.
But you say it's not a true isekai. Why is that?
Because the world that she is from in the novel is not the real world.
Okay, what is it?
It's kind of like Alice in Wonderland. So Lena is Alice in Wonderland, right? But that's how she is written. She doesn't exist as a real person. She's just written, Lena, the character, is written like Alice in Wonderland.
She's in a love triangle because you can't pick which guy.
Yes. She wants to have her cake and eat it too. She wants both the guys, but this is weird because in the novel, she's supposed to go for Roosh Burke. And Callus gets to go kick rocks. But she decides to go for Callus.
Is the reason because... Oh, dear. Okay. Is that what was written in the book or not written in the book?
What's written in the book is that Callus is the nice guy, but Lena goes for Roosh.
No. No, okay, so... well, oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
hold on. Hold on. I have a theory.
Yes.
So, just so I'm 100% sure, Tree Pregnant is a reincarnation isekai.
Yes.
The book read in the reincarnation isekai is an isekai.
Yes.
In the book,
yes.
she is isekai from whatever Alice in Wonderland world.
Yes.
And she's supposed to go for the strong knight character.
Yes.
However, in our version of Tree Pregnant, she is not. She is kind of bouncing between.
Yes.
Is this because Lena is in her own self a regression story?
No.
Fuck. All right, continue.
Next
slide.
She doesn't even know. She just sees two pretty guys and says, I have two hands, one for each pretty man.
So, but that's unlike the book
Yes.
that our heroine read.
Yes.
Which is weird.
Weird. So the villainess,
Okay.
Saria is like,
Or
is
villainess,
this
sorry.
my fault? Because I've been changing the plot.
Okay.
So
We may continue.
we have our four main characters. Let's get started.
Thank you again, Manta Comics.
Thank you, Manta. So, in this world, we have rules, of course. So I specified characters have holy power. Saria
Yes.
and Lena have a specific type of holy power. They are called Sterne, which we don't care. That just means holy maiden, essentially. However, Sterne have need to get married, otherwise they'll literally explode.
So it's Gale from the Waterdeep.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So Lena,
Instead of just eating my magical items, they need to eat something else.
yes, they need to have their, because once they have their holy power gets united with whatever guy that they're with, and then they don't have like this overflow that causes them to explode like Gale. So
Cool.
that Saria, our villainess, she's the person that read the novel. She's aware that this will happen. So that is part of the reason why she was like, I need to go after Callus. She gets engaged to Callus. They are fiancés.
So therefore she will not explode, even though Callus is a wet blanket.
Well, he has to marry her.
They get engaged.
They got engaged. He has to marry her. Lena shows
Okay.
up and immediately starts being interested in our main girl's fiance. So on the
Okay.
day of their wedding, her engaged wet cardboard man, Callus the blonde, secondary lead, safe option, leaves her to explode. And he is aware
Okay.
that she will explode if he doesn't marry her.
So he has the knowledge of this.
He knows this.
So based on this text bubble I'm seeing here, it says divine powers have run amok again, in the sense that he needs to go marry Lena so she doesn't explode, or is he just making up some bullshit?
Lena, in the novel, she's isekai, so she has these powers that she comes into awareness that she has. She doesn't understand how to use her powers, so she has a hard time using them. She's not in, like, real danger.
Oh, so he's just finding any reason to fuck off.
Well, Lena's just really innocent and happy and cute, Bricky. How's Callus supposed to resist when he knows that his wife-to-be is going to explode from her holy power?
So, Lady Syria are going to explode.
So Lady Saria is waiting because he was like, don't worry, honey, I'll be back in time for the wedding. Bad news. Bad news on the Lady Saria's divine powers are going to explode front.
Yes,
Callus
okay,
does
also-
not make it back in time for the wedding.
Okay, great. Does Lady Syria explode?
Well, we wouldn't have Tree pregnant. So as she is like active, like all of her organs are starting to shut down from the overwhelming holy power. And out of nowhere,
Oh, Prince Charming.
it's Prince Charming. But remember, Prince Charming needs to end up with the heroine.
With the heroine or else she dies.
Yeah, Saria's storyline is she's gonna die. However,
Do we know how she dies if she ends up with the heroin? Does she get murdered or something?
I believe in the original story, the novel, I believe Roosh does kill her.
Roosh?
Yeah, because he's married.
Her husband?
Well, in the original novel, brown hair Lena gets married to white hair Roosh. But green hair is the villain, remember? So in the novel, she's comic book villain level.
Oh, okay. So she kills the villainess because the villainess is like evil.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he kills the villainess because she's evil, right? So it's either die now or die later.
So Prince Charming, great guy, comes in and marries her, and I assume Syria.
Yeah.
She's like, well, shit. I mean, I'm gonna die now, so I might as well just get this done with.
Yep, pretty much.
Cool. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Continue.
All right, story continues. Saria gets to deal with, oops, I'm with the male lead. Oops, the female lead is a pain in the butt. Shenanigans continue. Lena, brown hair, our original novel heroine, can't decide between which guy, but she does get married to blonde-haired Callus.
What does you mean she can't decide? Like, does Roosh Man even give a shit about her?
No, Roosh loves his wife.
Okay, so Roosh is like, who is this woman speaking to me?
Pretty much. Anytime Lena's like, oh, I'm so weak. Oh, I'm from another world. This is so confusing, Mr. Roosh. And he's just like, I don't care. Where's my wife?
Roosh is sick.
Roosh is sick. Cool. I love Roosh. Roosh is great. He's like the one redeeming character. Like, his character is as it is in the novel, where he's like, I love my wife. I'm going to protect my wife. Going to be dedicated to my wife. Going to take care of my wife. I love my wife. That's Roosh.
I want to be like Roosh when I grow up. That sounds like a nice guy.
Right?
That sounds like a nice dude. All right, cool.
So, anyways, it's messy. It's a romance series. But then everybody goes to a party because everybody's actually a noble in this, by the way. Roosh is an archduke.
Right, okay. They're all fancy.
They
are all dressed up
fancy. Yeah, they're all dressed fancy. They're all nobles. They all have nobility to them, okay? Our brown-haired heroine is just the most annoying girl you've ever seen. She is the epitome of like poorly written, cannot walk in a straight line without falling over her feet. Oh, I need these two guys to save me. I need help all the time, girl. Okay. So she starts harassing Saria because Saria is the villainess and Lena is just like, why won't you let me have two husbands? And Saria's like, you're weird. I hate you. Don't talk to me.
So I have a very important question.
Yes.
In the novel,
yes,
is Lena written as like, we are on the side of the villainess here. Like,
yes.
She is written as an absolutely annoying person.
Well, yeah, it's so the novel that our girl gets reincarnated into is a trash romance novel.
Oh, so she does suck.
Like, yeah.
Lena's
no,
awful.
Lena just sucks across the board. That's why everybody because the author doesn't know how to write. So they're just like, that's why they kill off the villainous character. They don't have a way to like write the story arc out. They're just like, we need this to be fast tracked, like dramatic, romance, kissing, kill this woman.
Oh, so it's not trash in the sense of like, oh, it's just like whatever kind of stuff. This is like low grade, poorly made.
Yeah, low grade romance novel. Like that's why our girl's panicking because she's like, oh my God, I'm the villainous character who just gets like offed.
That's hysterical. Okay, wait, this is
like,
okay. So
she's not isekai'd into a good novel. She's isekai'd into a bad romance novel.
Wait, okay, this is kind of. I'm actually quite intrigued. Please continue.
So they're at a party. Saria is being the bigger person and trying to remove herself from this interaction with Lena because everybody is on Lena's side because Lena is this holy maiden that came from another world, right? But then Lena gets kidnapped by the moon.
That is the moon in the background there. Yeah.
She rises into the air and whoop, she's gone.
Okay. Extremely valid crash out. Extremely fucking valid crash out. Okay. Wow.
Okay. So Lena's missing for 40 chapters.
What?
She is gone for more chapters than she has existed in the actual publication. All right? She's gone from chapter 32 to 71. She's gone.
How many pages is that?
That is a chunk. That is probably like 2 public, like if you compile these into novels, that's like 2 books worth of her being gone.
Oh my God.
So we get boring love triangle things because while Lena is gone, blonde-haired Callus is just like, I should have married you, Saria. And Saria's like, you literally abandoned me.
So Sarah, I'm assuming Sarah is like a fat fucking chance, like leave me alone.
Yeah, and Saria's like, she's trying to deal with stuff. There's this impending doom for the world. Like the original novel, the original trash novel story plot is that there is like a big bad that they need to try to stop, otherwise the world's gonna end.
Okay,
so they're trying to handle big bad stuff.
Happening.
Yeah, there's like real, like there's plotline stuff, not well written plotline, but there's plotline stuff that's happening. And so like there's monsters that appear, and like Roosh is like a knight and has his squad of knights, and they're like fighting the things. Saria learns how to use her holy power so that she can participate in the fighting. There's a bunch of stuff that goes on. Yeah.
Is I Have Become a Villainess a good book?
The comic itself that we're talking about, the overall one?
Yes.
I believe at the end of this presentation, you'll be able to make a judgment on that.
Okay. Because this premise, Until the Moon, is actually very interesting.
I can tell you ones that I highly
invested.
rate. I can tell you ones that I highly rate that I am well invested to. This one is one that I read to completion, not because of the plot, but also because of the plot.
Okay, this is foreboding. You may continue.
All right. Lena comes back.
How?
The moon drops her off.
Oh, she just gets dropped. The moon drops her off. The moon drops her off. Awesome. Actually, cool. Is she like Ace Ventura 2 coming out of the rhino of the moon?
Yeah, pretty much. The moon just drops her off.
It's a person. A person is falling from the moon.
Yeah, and look who it is. Roosh is there. And Roosh rescues Lena the heroine.
Okay, because Roosh would do that because Roosh is a knight and he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a knight and he's a good guy.
Okay, but of course, Lena is like, oh my God, I've returned from the moon. It's my love. Oh my God.
Lena is just like, oh my, you're such a gentleman. Oh my God, you saved me. Oh my God, even my husband wouldn't save. They are so good. Like she's trying to fawn over this man, and Roosh is just like, can you like not touch me? I'm gonna have to bathe I'm gonna have to bathe and wash all my armor and polish it before I go hug my wife.
What a baller. All right, continue.
All right. Lady Saint, this may be hard to believe, but please don't be frightened and listen to me. Saint Lena.
Saint Lena?
You are pregnant. So Lena returns from the moon and she is pregnant.
How long is the 40-something chapters that she's gone? Like what's the time frame that she's been in the moon?
3 months.
How far along is she?
Not very.
So this happened when she was in the moon.
She arrived back from the moon, and because she has holy power, so she is like the legendary saintess that is like summoned to help save the world, pretty much, for this isekai in the romance novel setting. Okay. So she returns from being kidnapped by the moon for 3 months. And they're at the temple, and the people at the temple are like, whoa, your aura is off. Saintess, you are pregnant.
Okay. Do they have Murgo's fucking wet nurse as well for this? I know this must be confusing, but this is different from a normal pregnancy. You were impregnated by divine power. Just like the priests explained. Oh, they explained it.
Yeah, they do have like an explanation through that she is pregnant due to divine power. It's not the moon. The moon's not divine power. She's been impregnated by holy power.
Divine power in the Teshugan Plains right before she disappeared. So she was impregnated before the moon took her.
Yes.
By God.
No. By holy power.
By holy power.
Now, Bricky, this is a quick test.
Yes.
Of our 4 main characters,
Yes.
who has holy power?
Both of the men.
And?
The villainess?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Wait, yeah.
Yes. All 4 of our main characters have holy power.
Doesn't Lena have holy power too?
Yes, she does.
Oh, so yeah, all 4. Okay.
All 4 of these characters have holy power.
So all 4 of these. So what you're assuming, what you're telling me is that one of our 4 characters impregnated Lena.
Lena is
With
one of the
holy
4 characters, though.
Yes.
Yeah. But yes.
I'm not,
we have,
listen. The moon took her. I'm not ruling out that she impregnated herself. Okay. I'm not ruling that out.
So.
Okay.
Can you predict where this plot is going next? Lena is surprisingly pregnant from holy power, which she has absorbed right before she disappeared.
Oh God, did she get impregnated by the villainess? Who the 3 characters with divine power can be the father? Right. Are you saying that Archduke Burke is also a potential father? Just his grace? Okay, yeah. That's just divine power in the world she came from. Means I'm the only one who could have done this. That's blonde idiot guy. And then of course the main character. Yeah. How did that happen? How did that happen? She was the last She was the last
person with Lena before Lena got kidnapped by the moon. So
why? Explain yourself.
So logically, we need a holy paternity test. Welcome to Mori. We need to figure out who is the father of Lena's spontaneous kidnap to the moon baby.
Right. Okay, of course. So how do they do that?
Well, they have a divine power holy paternity test. Obviously,
yes.
Bricky.
You've said the words.
Yeah.
You've said the words.
We have the holy power paternity test.
They're not making sense. Who gives this test?
Well, the church does, because they have like the divine power church. They have like the holy power church. It's very like Baldur's Gate 3-ish, where you have like they have a date, like the holy power is present and visible. So the priests there, it takes a lot of time and energy, but they can like do a diagnosis essentially and check to see if the holy auras line up for Lena to have the baby of one of them.
Okay, cool. All right. You know what? That's fine. Whatever. I don't know why I'm bothering with the logics of the world. Cool. Okay, so they're doing the holy paternity test.
Yes.
Gotcha. Is using our own divine power to try and gauge whose divine power impregnated me because my child isn't yours, Callus. Oh, Christ almighty.
So the church does the first man on the block, who's Lena's husband, Callus.
Yes.
Our
Callus.
secondary male lead, wet piece of cardboard, depression man. Because he was like, man, I should have married Saria, but instead I almost let her explode, and now she hates me. So I married Lena instead, and I thought she was nice, but it turns out she's insane. And she keeps on trying to flirt with Saria's husband. So
right.
It's determined that Blondie is not the guy that got Lena pregnant with holy power. So Saria is now being like, I'm going to be doing my own paternity tests, because that means my husband, his holy power is up on the block.
Okay.
When did the sex happen? There was no sex. This is holy power pregnancy. She absorbed holy power from somewhere, got kidnapped by the moon, came back 3 months later, she's pregnant.
Can I ask if the moon thing is ever explained?
It's not.
Are you shitting me?
Okay, anyways. Roosh is not the father.
God damn it, it is the fucking, oh my God. Why is she doing? Why is she doing the fucking? That means there's okay. Okay. All right. So Syria was the last person before the moon kidnapped her.
Up for the pregnancy test. Is she the father? It must be Syria's. So Lena crashes out and tells Syria that this child is hers and she needs to divorce her husband, Rouge, and marry the Saitess because that's her baby.
Why does she have to do that?
Because you can't have a child out of wedlock, Bricky?
Oh, because this is a fantasy world and that's not okay. Right. Okay. So there is no actual reason like in the world. It's just this is the customs.
Well, Lena's also kind of the mentality of if I can't have the hot white hair red eye guy, you can't either.
Of course, because she's insane.
Yes. But then Syria is like, actually, I'm going to do the paternity test.
Okay. We were fools to begin with, ladies, saying you were brought to us by God. We didn't consider the possibility that divine power was innate.
So we have now wasted like 15 chapters on paternity tests.
So
she's self-pregnant.
Okay, and I just so I'm sure, just so I'm not wrong. We do not explain the moon.
No. Moon's haunted, Bricky. Moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted. Moon's haunted. Destiny 1. Okay, Peter Dinklage. Moon's haunted.
Yep, Moon's haunted. So she's self-pregnant with divine power, but this leads to a problem, Bricky. If she's self-pregnant and we don't know who the father is, and she's already married, what do we do with the pregnancy?
Do we have a divine abortion?
Abortion, you mean? You have to wait till the baby can be transferred to the holy tree. Obviously,
oh my God.
Bricky.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Obviously,
yes,
you put the baby in the holy tree.
This is what it's all about, baby! Okay.
Tree pregnant.
Oh my God. Let's fucking go. What a reveal.
Tree pregnant. You forgot about the tree.
No, I never forgot about the tree. There was not a single moment in which I forgot about the tree. I was waiting for the tree. I just thought that maybe it was actually a colloquialism. So, Christ, so is this tree holy just because it's like the holy sacred tree?
Yeah, it's the sacred tree. This is the tree that's behind the holy temple. It's full of divine power. And with the child of God is safely transferred to the holy tree.
Right, because it was a child of God.
Yeah. It's divine, self-pregnant, divine pregnancy. Like, this is the child of legend. This is like a divine power has created life inside of the Saintess. They're transferring it over to the holy tree so that now the holy baby is where it should be.
Wouldn't the baby be Jesus?
Well, the tree then dies.
Like First Anakin Skywalker, now the
tree just dies. There's no holy baby. It's an abortion. Like, legitimately, they transfer the pregnancy, boom, gone.
Like, you're right. It's our abortion. Our abortion. Oh my God. Why did it die?
I don't know.
They don't explain that either?
Well, after the tree dies, the big bad is summoned, but this has no further bearing on the story. We never come back to the self-pregnant. We never come back. Like, we spend a good 20 plus chapters through this entire story arc.
Wait, so is the main plot of the story still the big bad thing?
Yes.
This is like a side plot?
Yes.
Why'd the tree die?
I don't know.
Next slide, please.
All right. So there's a bondage man in Seria's imagination that looks like her husband.
Go back. Go back. Go back.
No. We gotta see. Here's her husband, and here's the bondage man.
Tubin.
His name's Tubin. Yeah. So while we're having, so this is part of the main storyline, by the way. While all of this other stuff has been happening, Seria, when she sleeps, she goes to this mind palace. Okay. And in this mind palace, she has this man that's like in bondage, like tied up. And so she has this side story where she has to gather these magical gemstones, the Infinity Stones, so she could gradually release this guy, Tubin, from his bondage. And as she's like releasing him from his bondage, she's like, this man looks a lot like my husband. This is kind of weird.
Okay.
So it turns out that the man inside of her mind palace is the answer to fighting the big bad. But they need to fully unleash him from his mind palace bondage in order for him to be able to fight the big bad.
Who is the big bad? Have we mentioned this at all? Do we care?
He's just this like weird demon guy thingy that's there. That's like, yeah, he's got like a romance obsession thingy. His motivations are far more complex than can be explained because they don't quite make sense.
Oh, so now it doesn't make sense.
No, now it doesn't. So the finale of this storyline is wrapped up within like 7 chapters.
Gotcha.
So Seria's husband has to kill himself.
Great. Awesome. Good job, Archduke.
He kills himself right in front of his wife.
Why would he do that?
Because despite Mind Palace husband look-alike man being released by breaking these Infinity Stones, the last thing that he reveals for him to fully be able to be released from the Mind Palace is that Seria's husband has to kill himself.
Okay, got it.
He is stabbing himself through the heart through his armor, yes.
Yes, that through his armor.
Yes. He just
That's
takes
very
a
sharp
dagger and
knife.
just is like, and just like dies in her arms. The guy in the Mind Palace is released. It turns out he has no relation to her husband. The only reason why he looks like her husband was to make it easier for him to convince Seria to get the Infinity Stones to release him from the Mind Palace.
So it was like her mind fabricated a look to make it easier type deal.
Yes.
That's wild. Okay, does Seria like kill herself immediately after this?
No, they fight off the big bad, and then there's a happy ending! And they have kids, and then we get an additional, like, 20 chapters of their happy married life. The end.
Who's they? Who's they?
This Seria and her husband. He comes back to life,
Who
of
is
course.
her husband?
Yeah, Roosh. He comes back to life.
How's he come back to life?
Yeah, they beat the big bad, and he's back to life. He's okay.
No.
And then they have two
how is
kids that look really similar to them. So, like, one has blue eyes, like, they both have blue eyes and his silver hair and everything.
Where's the how? Well, the how? What do you mean how?
The big bad's gone. They bring him back to life. It's okay.
What about the tree?
It's gone. It's dead. The end.
What about tubes?
He's gone. He's sealed off the big bad. They're done. Anyways, so where I read stuff, if you want to read too, I have a whole bunch of apps that I read on. I'm currently reading like 50 different series. The one that we read that I just explained is on Manta. Was this fully published in color? Yes. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I do actually. I have a few.
Uh-huh.
How many chapters is this?
This series is, okay, I will tell you. I will open it up. It is. This one is 98 chapters with
How many?
19 bonus episodes about their post-dramatic storyline with them having kids and having happy house life.
Okay, so this sucks. This is a bad series. This is written badly. My question has been answered. This is bad.
This is tree pregnant. So this is a specific genre of trash romance that I have established called tree pregnant, where it is the author has been throwing spaghetti at the wall and they did not cook.
Okay. So it's a strange meandering thing.
Yep. It's one of those ones that you try to hold out and you're like, okay, like the intro to this was really interesting.
This just sounds like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And sometimes you're like, maybe it'll make sense. Some of the series that there are some really good ones that are like, this actually calls back to things that were established in the beginning. This is like well thought out, well written and everything. The one that I was showing here, all of these ones are good.
Okay.
All of these ones are good that I put in here. The ones in the little orbs here, all of these are good.
I'm gonna ask about 4 to 5 quick questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I want you to, and the questions are all, was this explained?
Okay.
Basically. How did she get pregnant?
She got so there's an explanation later in the story that Lena, the heroine character, was actually a foil character that was made by the big bad in order for him to be able to gain more power by incapacitating the only people with holy power that could stop him.
And by incapacitating her, he decided to make her pregnant?
No, she was supposed to incapacitate, like, the 2 male leads because they have, like, Roosh is the main person that can actually fight against the big bad.
Never mind. I didn't get the answer I wanted. The
self-pregnancy is not explained.
Moon. Okay, the moon?
The moon is apparently the big bad's, like, hideout.
Gotcha. Who did Callus cheat on Syria with?
Lena.
Oh, so he did cheat on her
yes.
with Lena. Okay. That's it. Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah. That's why I have it as its own separate category. It's tree pregnant, because sometimes you're reading and you're like, okay, this was really interesting at the start. Like the first 15, 20 chapters of I've Become a True Villainess is solid. The art is also not bad. It has like a really intriguing premise that it starts off.
And what happens to Lena at the end?
I believe she gets purified. I can't quite remember. I've blocked out a lot of this series from my memory because it's it's not good. She essentially just like gets like purified and released because she gets evaporated. She's generated by the evil bad guy.
That's why she was isekai by the evil bad guy, basically?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
She's like a homunculus. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. She's essentially a homunculus made by the big bad.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. So what happens to Callus then?
He's just like depressed.
Aroused. He's just like aroused.
Yeah,
his wife is like.
He's just like, damn, that could have been me. Callus gets like, I think he just moves to the countryside. He's like, I'll never interact with you ever again. Kind of like, he's just like.
Wow.
Wet piece of cardboard.
You know what? I will be honest. I was expecting a lot of things, and this exceeded them all.
I'm glad.
I did not.
I was concerned when I was like, I'm gonna have to explain this, and we're gonna have to see where this goes.
This is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I did not expect this at all to be what it was. I did expect a pregnant tree. Yeah. I did not expect the abortion, which, by the way, very good choice of
Thank you.
Phrase.
Wordplay.
Very good.
Good wordplay, right?
Extremely good wordplay. I'm very impressed by that one.
Thank you.
Wow. Now we have to play League of Legends.
Now we have to play League of Legends. Double mind break.
What a day. Okay. Thank you, Girl DM. Would you like to shout yourself out for my viewers and the ensuing YouTube video this will turn into?
I am Girl DM. I read a lot of romance series, and I like to terrorize my community with recounting the current chapter of the week situation. Some of them are good. The ones that are up on the screen right now, all of these ones are very solid. Like, all of these ones are really, really good ones. I did not want to do the disservice of not actually mentioning ones that are well written with good plots. Yeah, but that was Tree Pregnant. Yeah.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
See, it didn't feel like
Very
29
good.
slides. I made sure that I was like, for carrying it on, you know?
That was a breeze. That was the fastest hour of my life. Okay. Okay. I'm going to let you be for about 5 to 10.
Perfect. I'm gonna move my stuff over so I can have it all prepped for League.
Sounds good. I'm going to decompress with my chat and then use the restroom, and I will see you thusly.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks again for asking me to terrorize you with this. It was my pleasure.
This is great. We'll have Noida soon.
Yay!
Thank you.
See you in a bit. Yeah. There you go. Tree Pregnant. I'm gonna end the stream together side here because we'll probably have one in a bit. Have you read I Became the Male Lead's Adopted Daughter? I have. I have. That was horrible. When's the next one? You mentioned, tell me the series was published in bookstores. It's based off of it's actually based on a novel. So it is a novel, and it also has a comic adaptation, if I could get the words out. We need more of these. Do you guys want me to put together a presentation for you monthly about various series that I've read? Yes. Oh no. I feel like I need to kidnap someone to have them in the voice call to explain what's going on to. So the tree was sabotaged by the evil guy using Lena? Pretty much. Do you read the original novels often? Not too much. There is one that I am reading, which is Villains Are Destined to Die, because I like reading novels, like physical novels. You know? So if it's physically published and I can get to it that way, I prefer to read that way. Oh yeah, I could explain to Corpse and Kai, yeah. Could kidnap Ben. The recommendations we're going to give at the beginning. Can you give some of those, please? Oh, those were the ones that were up on the screen. The 4 that were in the different categories, those were the ones that were up on screen. Oh yeah, Joel too. Joel's read a lot of them too. But anyways, I have to transition. Oh yeah, I could kidnap Rama too. Rama would probably appreciate it as well.
Howdy.
Yep.
Hope everyone has a great weekend.
Literary disasters. Okay, I'm gonna put my BRB screen up. I'm gonna transition the YouTube video over so that this YouTube VOD can just exist in the context of it being the VOD on YouTube. It's like a bad version of Your Throne. Your Throne's got its own problems. But anyways, I'm gonna put the BRB up and move things over so that they're not waiting on me for
Pregnant.
League of Legends. One moment.